Excellency Yasir R. Rumayan, Chairman, Future Investment Initiative Institute and Governor of the Public Investment Fund, Mr. Richard Atias, CEO of the Future Investment Initiative Institute, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin by appreciating the opportunity to participate in the 4th edition of the Future Investment Institute. Within the current unprecedented times that we are in, I believe it is imperative that we all challenge ourselves to think, exchange, and act as per the Future Investment Initiative's pillars. We are called to find better and more sustainable solutions, not only for ourselves, but for the future. In Africa, over 65% of the population is under the age of 35. It goes without saying that the bright future of our continent lies in the hands of today's decision makers. It is our duty to continue building a stable, resilient, and prosperous continent. Ladies and gentlemen, one of these decisions we have taken as a continent is the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, commonly known as the AFCFTA. This is a free trade zone that enables state parties to trade in respective territories on preferential terms. So far, 54 countries in Africa have signed the agreement, and 34 of them have ratified it and started trading under preferential terms on the 1st of January this year. To offer some additional background, the AFCFTA is the largest free trade area since the formation of the World Trade Organization. Given Africa's current population of 1.3 billion people, which is expected to grow to 2.5 billion by 2050. The Continental Free Trade Area Agreement will also allow African countries to increase trade among themselves from the current 15% to over 50% in 10 years. The African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement will also facilitate the creation of regional value chains, which involve larger industries sourcing their supplies from smaller industries across borders. It will also strengthen the capacity of African companies to access and supply world markets, while also enabling a fast industrialization of the continent. With this agreement in place, we are securing the future of our youth and creating a long-term sustainable platform that will continue to serve them and the generations to come. Above all, this trade agreement is a significant step to the growth of Pan-Africanism that is the core of the larger community cohesion in a world that is growing continuously fragmented. Ladies and gentlemen, that being said, as I had mentioned earlier, we are currently living in unpredictable times with COVID-19 pandemic that has put the whole world at a standstill. We saw the closure of borders, the ceasing of business as usual, healthcare providers under pressure, and lives at stake. It has been over a year since the first cases were announced, and as complex as this situation is, we have seen the strength and resilience of people and systems all over the world. Indeed, each and every one of us has been affected by the pandemic one way or another, some in heavier and painful ways than others. This is why I believe that conversations such as these are very important. It is upon us to find ways not only to battle the pandemic, but also find sustainable solutions that will lead to economic recovery, better healthcare services, and a stronger social security system. In Rwanda, the first case of COVID-19 was discovered in March 2020. Since then, strict preventive measures have been put in place to curb the spread of the virus. Strict adherence to these measures was ensured by community leaders, government leadership, and all communication channels, but most importantly, cooperation of all stakeholders, being the public sector and private sector, but also cooperation among our regional countries. We have had a full lockdown, which affected our economy significantly. As I speak, we are currently in our second partial lockdown. However, measures have been put in place to ensure that we support our economy while protecting our citizens from this virus. One of the examples of such support is the Economic Recovery Fund, which was created with the objective to support businesses highly impacted by the pandemic so that they can survive, restart work and production, and safeguard employment. This fund is also expected to facilitate domestic production of essential goods such as masks, all PPEs, sanitation products, as well as ensuring increased production in agro-processing and ensure our self-reliance and food security. We also continue investing in strategic infrastructures as well as the digital economy. Ladies and gentlemen, such measures, in addition to working with development partners and our neighboring countries in response to the pandemic, has deemed valuable in many ways. Rwanda continues to partner with various stakeholders in making sure that we balance the need for strong healthcare systems, as well as economic recovery and attracting investments both nationally and within the region. It is partnerships like these, as well as opportunities to participate in platforms such as the Future Investment Initiative Institutes, that we are able to think and act in a way that will produce sustainable solutions and ideas for our future. I thank you all for your kind attention.